In my last video, I talked about the parallels that exist between urban public schools when it comes to parental engagement and the current state of the music industry. And I put an emphasis on urban school principals being able to connect with their core parent population. But what I failed to do in the last video is talk about how do principals go about connecting with that core population in order to make a difference. So in trying to be brief, I'm going to talk about three simple things that urban school principals can do right away to foster more quality and more effective parental engagement in their schools. The first thing that they must do is develop a keen understanding of their parent population. Before you can do any type of parental engagement effort or outreach, you must understand your parent populations first. Is your parents, are they single mothers? Are they single fathers? Do they work during the day? Do they work at night? Or do they even work at all? Do most of your parents grandmothers? So these are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself. And these are some of the questions you need to find answers to in order to develop that keen understanding of your parent population. The next thing that you must do is be able to communicate with that parent population effectively. This doesn't mean that you sit behind a computer and send a bunch of emails, because a lot of times when you're dealing with parents who have children in urban schools, a lot of them may not have computers, or a lot of them may not consistently use email in the type of ways that you may as a school official. So you have to use that understanding that you developed about your parent population and figure out how to communicate with them more effectively. All right. It also may mean that you may not be able to have parent meetings during the daytime. All right. You have to be creative and think of different ways and do things and have meetings that are more in line with your parent population. So if parents have trouble attending meetings during the day, then you may have to do your meetings in the evening. If it's hard to get parents on the phone, then you might have to visit the home. You might have to visit the community. You might have to visit local community centers. You may even have to pop up at the local bingo night and pass out your information and see if you can get an audience and speak before the game starts, before the bingo game starts. Because that outreach and those different ways of connecting with your parents, that's how that you build that rapport with them. The third, final, and most important way that you can connect with that core population is to include the parents in the decision-making process. Too often in urban schools, we want parents to host bake sales. We want them to sit in classrooms. We want them to come to suspension meetings. We want them to come to teacher meetings. All these different things that we want them to do, but those things serve the school's interests, and they don't serve the parents' best interests. So you need to, as the urban school principal, you need to include the parents in the decision-making process and allow them to sit at the table and affect policy. Allow them to create changes and create codes and have a stab at the school budget and be able to effectively have input on the things that affect them and their children that attend the school. Too often principals have the mentality that this is my school, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm the head authority figure. But as the principal, you are basically in charge of the school. Therefore, you have to be inclusive of all the stakeholders, and your parent population is your number one stakeholder. It's not about you and your school, because as the head authority figure in the school, you should be serving the community. And if you serve the community, then therefore you'll be inevitably serving the parent population. So those three things, if you do them correctly, they will inform your decision making even further and allow you to connect with that core parent group that I spoke about in the first video. Therefore, those parents would be able to help you as the urban school principal move that school forward. Because one thing that I know about schools, school boards, and central office administration is that they respond just as vigorously to 5 parent complaints as they do to 50 complaints. So with that being said, you don't need a large number of parents advocating for you and your school. All you need is that core group that that's going to buy into your message, that's going to buy into the things that you trying to do, that's going to buy into your vision about the school. And those few parents, be it 5, 10, 15, 20, those few core parents is going to help you uplift the school and take the school into new heights.